Hi, I'm Roamy. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Tula Explore to carry your baby facing outwards. So here I've got the Tula Explore carrier, and before I start you want to make sure you've got the buttons done up on the narrower setting on the front, like this. So you just literally undo them and put them on that setting, and that you've got the width setting appropriate for your child. So whatever you'd have for them facing in, you're going to have them facing outwards. Okay, now with facing outwards, they recommend you wait till baby's got full head control and is at least 4 months old. So you want to make sure that they can support their head fully and they're at least 4 months old. So you may need to wait till they're a little bit older depending on their developmental stage. With the waistband, you're going to want to wear it either on your hips, or if baby's a little bit smaller, a little bit higher. Now what that will do, the higher you wear it, the shorter the front panel will be coming up over them. And you want to make sure that the carrier is no higher than under their chin. So you can try it around your hips to begin with, but if you find that baby's a little bit low, or if you know that their torso is a little bit shorter, you may want to wear it a bit higher. Now the demo doll I'm going to use is about 4 months old size, so I'm going to wear this relatively high. So I'm just going to clip this around like this, and I've got it just above my waist. So tighten this up, you can swivel it to the front if you need to, so it's nice and snug. Okay, I'm then going to pick up my baby. So with facing outwards, ideally you want your child to be in a sort of seated position like this. So if you can support them like that, I'm just going to turn their head. If you can support them like that before you bring the carrier up, it's much easier to achieve that seated position. So I'm just holding the doll with their head on my chest and with their legs coming forwards. You can use your chin just to support their head a little bit if you need to. Okay, I'm then going to just bring the fabric up between their legs. So I'm holding them with the material of the carrier. So you can see, because I've got this a bit higher, this is now coming up nicely to under their chin, so they've got no obstruction to their mouth or their nose. Now, your baby can either have their arms coming out to the sides or over the top. I'm going to bring baby's arms over the top for this. It's totally up to your child where they want to go. They can always have one in, one out, but a lot of babies tend to like to have their arms over the top so they're not kind of pulled backwards against you. So check you're happy that the carrier is coming up no higher than their chin, and arms in or arms out. Then you're going to put the straps over your shoulder just in the same way you would do if they were facing inward. So keep one hand on your baby, put one strap over either shoulder. Now if you've been using this facing inwards up till now, it's likely to be adjusted to pretty much the right tightness already. If the straps however are very loose at the minute, just tighten them a little bit. I'm happy that this is holding my baby fairly securely, so I'm going to reach behind my neck, take hold of the clip it together. If you need to, you can tighten it up, but again, if you've already used it, it should be set to the right width for your shoulders. Check these are sitting comfortably on your shoulders before you tighten anything else. So check you're happy with the width here. When you are, just bring these forwards to tighten it up. You want your child to be held as tightly as if you were holding them in your arms, so that you should feel you don't need to lift them in order to hold them securely. If you do feel they're a little bit loose, just take their weight very slightly and then pull this forward. It's particularly appropriate if the baby's a little bit heavier, because otherwise you're trying to lift them while pulling this. So just take their weight slightly and pull it forward, and it'll be easier to pull. Position wise, just have a little feel. Ideally their legs are going to be coming forward, so they'll be in a sort of seated position rather than hanging straight down. If they are a little bit straight, just take hold of their thighs and give a little tilt to tilt their pelvis so they're in a more seated position rather than straight. Check you've got an even amount of leg on either side, so baby's not lopsided. Again, you can adjust them inside if you need to. But the key things here are that baby's chin is over the top edge of the carrier, so they've got clear airways. If you've got their arms out, make sure the carrier comes to at least their armpit so they're held nice and secure. Check they're held securely, and then you can check their position here as well. Now for facing outwards, whichever carrier you're using, they always say you must turn baby to face inwards for sleep. So please make sure you always turn baby inwards if they are sleepy or if they're starting to fall asleep. But that's basically it for facing outwards. So to take them out, we're just going to reverse exactly what we've done. So reach behind and undo the clip, like that. Hold baby with one hand, bring one strap over one shoulder. Hold them with the other hand and bring the other strap off, and then you can just hold them on the inside and lift them out. and that's how to use the Tula Explore to carry a baby facing outwards.